Hello and welcome to this week's Spiritual Medicine Digest. I'm Dr. 𝗟𝗓𝗏 and I'm the founder of the Academy of Light Medicine. Now, in case you're new to my channel, would love for you to hit the subscribe button, perhaps a notification bell, so every time I do a new video, you will be notified. Now, this week's Spiritual Medicine Digest topic is called Infiniverse and Harmony, or Harmony and Infiniverse. Now, although it doesn't sound grammatically correct, this is the title that I was given. What does it all mean? Well, first of all, let's define Infiniverse. When I was looking for a word to describe all of creation, this is the word that came up that someone had suggested, and I really liked it. So it's like the infinite universe, but it's not just a universe, it's all universes and everything in and of it, through it, making up whatever it is. And that includes the omniverse. So the omniverse, what's that? Well, in one of the books called Omniverse, it includes the spiritual and unseen realms, but they are still manifest. So what do I mean by manifest? The 0 point is the no thing. I call it the singularity, but some people call the singularity something completely different. So the no thing, or the void, and everything that comes out of the void that we can experience is part of the Infiniverse, or part of all of creation. So spirits, multiple universes, you as a person in a past life, future life, dimensional life where you're an alien or light being, everything is included in that. And even thoughts, even emotions, because they are a thing. You know, there's photons of light that can be measured in terms of our bodies, in terms of our thought processes, etc., etc., etc. So the really neat thing is that there are some sensitive souls who have a high level of spiritual responsibility in this reality. I call them type 4s and 5, or healing types 4s and 5s, who are tasked with Infiniverse healing. So healing all of creation. I know that sounds humongous and a huge job, and many times it is. It doesn't mean it has to take a lot of time, but it's huge in scope. Now let me back up a little bit and just explain a little bit about the healing types. So there are currently 5 healing types. The healing types is really more like spiritual responsibility types, although there seems to be a trend between like the healing type number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and the ease with which people heal. Not to say that healing types 4s and 5s can't heal easily or quickly. It's just that they tend to have more complex issues. And I remember when I first coined the term healing type, and back then there was only 4 healing types. Everybody wanted to be a 1 because the ones, you know, healing type 1s who I never actually see, they don't come to me for help because they don't need help. Those folks are here as almost like new souls that are just here to experience, you know, first time on the planet, right? They don't necessarily just have one life, but what I mean is that they're pretty new souls. So they don't have a lot of spiritual responsibility. They're here to play. They tend to, if they do, you know, get sick or whatever, they tend to heal fairly quickly with very little effort, relatively speaking, compared to the type 4s and 5s. And that's why people wanted to be a healing type 1. But here's the thing. I explain the healing types as an evolution now. So as you evolve, your spiritual responsibility becomes greater because you've kind of done easy in other realities or timelines. So healing type 2s tend to have a little bit more responsibility. They're generally still healing for themselves, but their issues can be a little bit more complex. And so they would have a spiritual responsibility to work on, for example, their emotions or their thoughts or what's bothering them personally, right? And then you get to the healing type 3s, and now they are responsible for something or someone bigger than them. That may mean their family line. That may mean bigger groups, like even the whole world, or earth angels, if they happen to be an earth angel themselves, perhaps a country. I know that sounds really huge for healing types 3s, but that's what we've seen. So like I said, a lot of people say, I want to be a healing type 1 or 2, right? And sometimes they'll even muscle test that they're back to a healing type 1 or 2. But here's the thing, the universe, the metaverse, whatever you want to call, source, your team, they're not going to let you de-evolve. It's just not going to happen. So you might as well come to terms and peace with whatever healing type you are. Healing type 4s tend to do very big work. So they are healing beyond the planet, often in a universe, multiple universes, or like I mentioned before, all of creation, the Infiniverse. And healing type 5s do everything that healing type 4s do, plus their responsibility is to anchor the new reality of love, joy, peace, prosperity for all. So vibrationally, their job is to anchor that in. Now, is that easy? Not really. Not for most humans in this form. We're pretty dense in this form. So to resonate at that level of peace, love, joy, etc., day in and day out, it definitely is a challenge. But by them doing that, they are anchoring in that new reality that exists in our timeline. So let's get back to harmony. It's very fascinating because I'm like, what does harmony mean exactly? There's a sense of what it means, but I can't really explain it. Now, prior to that, one of the, let's just say, impactful TOLPAKAN healing trainings that I created for my level 1s and 2s is the training is called Energetic Relationships. There's a part 1 and 2 of that as well. But anyway, so the energetic relationship between me and you and the world, you and something else. There are seemingly endless possibilities. Everything that is manifest is a relationship with you or even a part of you. And so there are billions upon billions, probably trillions, of different kinds of energetic relationships. Those can be balanced. And so even if there's something that you do not like or do not wish to interact with, say a dark entity, by healing the energetic relationship with that other frequency or frequencies, that actually helps you and them. Harmony is something different. Think about it as like, okay, well, let's talk about an orchestra, right? So say you're a member of an orchestra and say you don't really get along with the conductor. So if we heal your energetic relationship with the conductor, that is better. Perhaps you don't seem to really enjoy the orchestra itself, or possibly the company that runs the orchestra. You could actually heal your energetic relationship with the orchestra, that concept, that beingness, as well as everyone in it, all the individuals in it. So you can basically have better energetic relationships with them. Harmony is more like we all play our instruments together and it sounds beautiful. We're creating beautiful music. So it goes beyond, it's related to, but it goes beyond energetic relationships. So that's kind of sort of what I mean by harmony. So there is a TOLPAKAN Healing Activation that is all around harmony in the Infiniverse. And if you don't have or don't know how to improve the energetic relationships we're actually going to do that activation today as well. It's a kind of fairly lengthy to say, but really it's about your intention and even your imagination. Anytime we do a TOLPAKAN healing or TOLPAKAN healing activation, use your imagination. So if you're ready to do a mini healing with me, just make the intention to receive. Because this healing is partly for you individually and the Infiniverse, you're part of the Infiniverse, so both healings are for you. So make the intention to receive. Let's get into the 0-point field together, that state of true beingness and being present in the now. How I like to teach it is stillness through observing internal movement. So if it's safe for you to do so and you're not driving, rub your hands together really, really, really hard and fast, and feel the friction there for a moment. And then relax, close your eyes if it's safe for you to do so. Focus on your hands. Focus on the inside of your body. Now feel any waves, movement, tingling, pulsing going on in your body. Perhaps that heat and wave goes up your arms. Perhaps you notice it in other areas of your body. Perhaps you notice areas in the body that don't have any movement. That's okay too. You can observe it all without judgment, without trying to change anything. So take a moment and just feel. Focus the body, focus your attention, and just feel and observe. Here we enter the 0 point through our body. I'm going to speak the TOLPAKAN healing activations. You've already made the intention to receive, so your job is just to notice if you feel any changes to whatever it is you're feeling in the body. You ready? Okay, here we go. Let's first do the one for energetic relationships. I now command that all energetic relationships between you and any part of you and everything else, everyone, everything, every space, time, dimension, be healed, optimized, and harmonized in the highest and best way, all directions of time, speed, ease, and grace. Thank you. Just feel that in the body. Now let's go ahead and let's do all timelines. So I now command that that same healing of energetic relationships be for all your timelines where you exist, with ease, speed, and grace in the highest and best way. Thank you. Now, let's do the harmony for the Infiniverse. Before this particular healing, I actually checked in, did some divine muscle testing, and the Infiniverse harmony was around 70-ish%. So we'll do the activation and see where it lands. I'm going to use my little fingers here for divine muscle testing. So again, focus on the body. Because you're part of the Infiniverse, you may actually feel it in the body. I now command that all parts of the Infiniverse be harmonized, ease, speed, and grace in the highest and best way. Download, activate that automatic alignment activator that auto-harmonizes the Infiniverse. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let me check. Okay, so before we did any healing activation for the Infiniverse today, how harmonized was the Infiniverse? Yeah, 70. And where are we now? Okay, now we're at 100. Is it less than 100? No. Okay, so we're at 100. Whew. I kind of feel kind of like I'm kind of floating. Not in a bad way, just kind of floating, peaceful. So let me know in the comments below what that feels like in your body. Both those activations. Would love to hear, and we love reading your comments. So that's it for the Spiritual Medicine Digest portion. I do want to share some announcements. So Monday's the first Monday of the month, and we are airing the audio version of our monthly Zoom LifeWave Q&A with Dr. Dennis and myself. Now, I know sometimes just listening to the audio and looking at the notes that I write, which are on the patchtrainingteam.com blog, may not be enough because sometimes we're showing pictures and you're not seeing what we're seeing because it is the audio version of our Zoom. And we do that on purpose because this is a public radio show. So if you are interested in actually being part of the Zoom every single month, just put your name and email address into patchtrainingteam.com and let us know. Just, go there, put your name and email address in. We'll add you to that mailing list, and every month you'll get a link where you can submit your personal question. There's no guarantee we'll answer it specifically because we have a lot of people now, but we do as much as we can in that 90-minute Zoom meeting. And then we take that audio and we make it into a show for the first Monday of the month, or at least that's what we're currently doing. So I will post the link to the audio replay and the link to the blog post below so you can take a look at the notes. I'm writing them as we do the show, so you might hear clickety-clack of the keyboard in the background. So enjoy that. Now, the other announcement I had was that the program that is brand new and revamped, the Light Warrior Bootcamp 3.0, is starting tomorrow, Saturday, December 2nd. There's a 3-hour workshop and then another 3-hour workshop on the 16th, 2 Saturdays from that. So that is, 3-hour workshop, yeah. So that's 6 hours of live healing and training. So if you feel like you could use, your family, home, could use help with clearing, healing from entities or extraterrestrial interference, then I would highly recommend that you get this program now. First of all, we rolled back the prices to the 2020 prices, so it's $100 off. And this is your chance to get in on the live training, which we are going to record so that we can create this evergreen program in the future. If you are in the live program, basically you are included in this live healing. So sometimes we may choose some people to do some demos on. Might be you, I don't know. But here's your chance to get a done for you and done with you experience in the Light Warrior Bootcamp 3.0. So I'll put the link below. And if you are listening to this after the December 2nd has run and you still want to be part of this, because we would have one more live class, we'll consider that. Go ahead and email support@𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 in case that's you, but we're really hoping because we're going to close the cart, so everyone come in by midnight to be able to get in on the live program the next day. But if you have any tech issues or have some questions, you can always email Leslie, support@𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. All right, that's the announcements for this week. Thank you so much for joining me for the Spiritual Medicine Digest. Remember to hit subscribe and also deposit some comments below. And if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and feel free to share the love. Until next time, bye for now. Much love.